Through your eyes, I see my truth. What I share with you, I share with me too. So I'm gonna be demonic real quick and project real quick, but it's all right. It's all right because we got the full moon, the wolf moon in Cancer, and I am in the archetype avatar of a Cancer Sun, Venus, and Mercury. But anyways, my mom has brainwashed my son. He is spoiled. He's a Scorpio, by the way. He's just spoiled, boy. Um, I tried. I tried to save him. You know what I'm saying? But not tried. Like he ain't lost forever. But boy, is it like we live in my hometown, like semi down the street, right? So it's fulfilling karmic cycles, right? My little girl, funny enough, because I wanted initially a girl first, right? But where was I going with this? I was going with it like sometimes all battles ain't your battles, right? Like I can't be selfish and just think like it's all up on my shoulders because there's other spiritual predecessors or ancestors or generational curses or chains and things of that nature. And it's like you have to share the torch. You have to share the ball. You have to not carry it all on your shoulder because it's about teamwork. Especially now, like this event was like the event that I'm talking about specifically is just like it's rare, but when it blows up, right? So, but North Node shifted into Pisces. I have a Saturn in Pisces, progressive moon in Pisces. So it's like trusting other individuals to do the shadow work within themselves as well. Because my son, yeah, he's spoiled, but he's also just like his mama. He's got my humor and things of that nature, which I assist to build, channel, and direct. But when it comes to temper, it's not my temper. At least like when it comes to behind closed doors. Well, I got fire. I got all my firehouses are in like water placement, so it's always like you know what I'm saying, mysterious and aloof. And then it's like a shadow inside of a shadow self, right? So it's not things that you see every day, but like not to break down all my natal chart, but yeah, like all battles aren't your battles. Like and picking and choosing your battles, this correlates to that too. So it's like that there's that aspect. So it's like anybody that has any advice or has like fellow mothering wounds, like we said, this deals with Cancer and releasing that, having trust and faith with the Pisces North Node in, for me, seventh house relationships. Another thing, does anybody from the community feel like a disconnect between the ancestors because you got two sides of your family and then there's splits on both sides of that family? So it's like, or someone passes away, so you feel like the most immediate spiritual predecessor would be your ancestor. Like for me, it would be like both my grandfathers weren't really that active. But tell me what y'all think because I've chosen to attract and receive, you know what I'm saying, validating answers when it comes across ancestor altars and things of that nature and connection. And so it's like your ancestors are a part of you. They're reliving, you know what I'm saying, the portion of leaving out, you know what I'm saying, offerings and food is so that they are realizing the humanic natures, you know what I'm saying, and the understanding the vibrational frequency that you're projecting to them for certain desires or things of that nature that relate to this three-dimensional realm. This pertains to the North Node as in having faith with your ancestral connections for me personally, because like I said, it can be an idealized version of the most recent ancestor to you. And it's like for example, the Rock is the high chief and Roman is the tribal chief, the OTC. So when you're talking to yourself, you're talking to your innermost shadow self or your inner child that is overseeing the integrity of your finite and purest intentions, where you're engaging in interaction and vocalizing your throat chakra through that spaceship of that throat chakra, and clearing out what is of the heart, what is of the hearts of hearts, and what is, nurturing to others via a projection of what you would in turn be nurturing yourself as. So for me, it would be, these realistic, down to earth theologies, like you didn't come to visit wooty wooty woo. Like, so I'm not gonna venerate you respectfully. This is why the offering stands strong. And you, I didn't give you your flowers while you were here, or even while this transition passed. So that's you gaining closure from my experiences for me personally with the ancestry. So it's like any advice down there would be, and they've been quiet since, or it's like the transitioning to working with the pendulum. Some people say if you don't hold it, it doesn't get mixed with your energy or confused, but when I don't hold it, it doesn't go. So when I do hold it, that's when it's like your own energy is the ancestral energy and the combination. So I feel like that's a best bet as well. But yeah, those ancestors understand certain mothering wounds in general as well when you are communicating about, saying that their transition involved a parent or a sibling and things of that nature. Talking about me because my mother found my grandfather, and it's like she's got this narky, it's like I would call it being on the dark spectrum of the like narcissistic combined with like the ADHD or whatever, the dark spectrum. And so it's like we said, saving and back to the original point of not putting that weight entirely on someone else, allowing that battle and that karmic cycle battle. But that's just what I wanted to express on this Sunday, and feeling like to get on here, communicate was just like lingering feelings from the Saturn day, because like that's another thing, like the mental stimuli from the moon in Gemini transitioning to the moon in Cancer can be, especially squaring to Pisces and Saturn, Neptune, all that energy, seeking to hold on to that mental stimulation could be confused for an illusion or a projection of something creative, right, with your intuition. So that's why it may seem like a clash. You might wind up like me, like cleaning in circles, but then trying to share advice like hookah or just ways to express yourself, representing the elements or your vices and things of that nature, coping mechanisms and things of that nature. So I just want to get on here, share and relate that tidbit, because yesterday was the 2-day. So like not having like someone there, you can overly be egotistical about how you relate, and via that be online or relating to your environment, or just relating, to someone that may be more distant, because relation doesn't always have to do with what's close to you, because you're always relating to somebody in your proximity, but how relatable are you to someone that is distant or furthest from you on the spiritual space or thought form? I feel like that kind of could be the mark that I had missed yesterday. And so, but now we have that opportunity, the creativity to bring the depth and to release the emotional wound and baggage, and manifest, as well as learning certain rituals and connecting with that space, with this wolf moon being about, echoing the wolf's howl that could be heard during the winter. So it could be, a howl, an emotional expression of a wound, of loneliness, of calling together family, calling together distant family, because Cancer, cardinal sign, it's a broad range of vibes, like the ocean, it's a broad range. And Cancer, like not just Cancers, but crabs low-key be swimming and flying underwater and stuff. They be, and then it's like move sideways. So it's like the perception that you be seeing, what I'm saying? But it's small. I love y'all. Thank you for listening and tuning in. Peace.